thank you for clicking on this video. I am Mitch.kwok and I make informational videos and travel videos about our journey here in Vancouver. And for today's video, I'm going to talk about the list of documents that we have brought with us when we travel all the way from the Philippines to Vancouver. So if that sounds interesting for you, please keep on watching. I'm sorry in advance if I keep on looking this way because I have a cheat sheet right here. I have my laptop because I want to make sure that I give you the complete details. So I have the list here with me and let's get started. Just a quick background, I came here to study and with me is my husband who is holding an open work permit. So for visa applications, I'm going to talk about that in my future vlog because that's a lengthy process. So today we're only going to focus about the documents that we brought with us. So we flew all the way from the Philippines and we had a quick layover in Japan and to Vancouver. And that's 2 months ago. That's around April of 2021. I'm not sure if the documents that I brought with me is still the same documents that you will be needing or there could be more. So don't forget to always read ahead before your flight. I have prepared these documents in 2 different sets, one for me and one for my husband. That's because I'm a Filipino citizen and my husband is not. So when we pass through the immigration, he will technically fall in line in the foreign national. So it's important that he also have his own set of documents to present. So first off, it's very, very important for your flight, not just because you're moving out, but because you're flying, is your passport. So make sure that you have your updated passport, the valid passport with you. Next will be valid IDs. So make sure you have 2 government valid IDs with you to present, just to validate your identity. Next is the approval letter or the port of entry letter. This is the letter that we got when we received the approval from IRCC. So we just received that through the GC account and then we just printed that out. Next is the requirement for ArriveCAN receipt. So there's a different website for that. You just have to fill that out and make sure that you print out the receipt from the ArriveCAN apps. Next document is also very important. It is our negative COVID-19 test because we're traveling during the pandemic, so that's a very important document. You cannot fly without that. So we had tested 72 hours prior our flight. So if you're still looking for a testing center, I have a different vlog and you can watch that later on. I've mentioned a while ago that we had a layover in Japan and a few days before our flight, we have received the email that there's a requirement that we need to fulfill, and that's a certificate of inspection. It's a template for COVID-19 test results. So we just brought that with us in the testing center and then they immediately knew what is it for. So we got that along with our COVID-19 test result. Next is the hotel reservation confirmation. This is our hotel quarantine. During the pandemic, before you fly, it is required that you have already reserved your hotel prior your flight. So this has been asked from us by the immigration officer when we arrived in Vancouver. Next is also our home quarantine confirmation because after your 4 days hotel quarantine, you are required to move and continue your 14-day quarantine at the location of your choice. And because I'm a student, of course, I have school documents. First will be my LOA, that's my letter of acceptance. It's a proof that I have been admitted to the school here in Vancouver. And second will be my letter of support for travel. That came from my school. They made sure that I also complied with the travel requirements before traveling here in Canada. So after I gave them all the requirements, they gave me the letter of support. It is also very important to note that you cannot travel anytime even if you have been admitted to the school. So for me, I traveled 1 month prior my start of school. So just make sure that you're not traveling way ahead of time before your school starts because the immigration officer might ask you, why are you traveling so early? And for the proof of funds, we also have our bank statements. These are original documents from our banks. And also I have my student GIC program confirmation. As I've also mentioned in my previous vlog that I opened a bank account here in Canada. because it's also one of the requirements in my visa application. So I have that confirmation letter. And if you don't have that in your visa application, it's fine. And next will be the proof that I have already paid for my tuition fee. So it could be a wire transfer proof or like the receipt from the school. So I have those two also with me. And I've mentioned a while ago that I came here with my husband, who is an open work permit holder. So for him, he also have a different set of documents plus this few documents. So we have the POEA advisory number 159. So you can easily search that and print that out. Technically, it just says that the open work permit in Canada issued to a foreign national candidates are not being processed by POEA under certain exemptions. So my husband fell into that category, so we are exempted. So we have that printed out and it's under his documents actually. And then of course, the certificate of marriage, the proof of my relationship to my husband. So we have that in original and also in photocopy. We also have some more additional documents that we have brought with us, but they didn't really ask for it. But of course, you are free to take it with you just to make sure that you have all your documents ready, right? So one is the healthcare insurance. So prior our flight, we also purchased a 3-month medical insurance. That's because here in BC, it's required to have your MSP, or I think that's a medical services plan. So, but when we arrive here, it will take some time to process. So we made sure that we have that insurance in place, just in case we get sick, because we're traveling during pandemic. So we want to make sure that we have coverage. Also, we have our ETA. That's Authority of Exemption from Canada Travel Restrictions. So technically, ETA is the Electronic Travel Authority. So that's also not required, but we requested for it like 2 weeks prior our flight, I think. And upon giving us that letter, it's valid for 3 months for our flight. So we just have that one for me and one for my husband. And then some more letters will be the application confirmation letter from IRCC, because I've read previously that some people ask it from the OWP, so I just brought that with me. But again, it wasn't requested at any point. And also last will be the VFS appointment letter and reference number. That's our confirmation when we need to do the biometric. So again, that's not really required. I think I also brought with me the proof that we already did our medical. So that also wasn't asked, but again, it won't hurt if you also have that with you. And some more documents that I brought with us, but not really necessary, would be my valid IDs, extra valid IDs in original, my birth certificates in original, and also my CV or my resume, and my COE or my certificate of employment from my previous jobs in Manila. And also if you have reference letter from your previous jobs, when I was applying for part-time jobs in here, they requested for that. So if you can bring that and request it from your superior, that will be helpful. School documents from college, in high school, my transcript of records, and everything else. Actually, all my documents, I brought it here with me. So anything that you would find helpful, even if it's not required, it's very helpful to bring it with you. So that way, if you need it in the future, you don't have to package it all the way from Manila to here or anywhere your country you're from. So that will also save you from career costs. And we have reached the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching and being with me. And I hope you learned a lot in this video, and it will help you to prepare ahead of time in your travel going to Canada. I heard that the borders is opening soon. So I hope that you'll prepare ahead, and it will make you less anxious about traveling and getting your permits. I'll see you soon in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have further questions about the documents, feel free to comment down below, and I'll try my best to answer them. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!